Tulsi Gabbard is in. We officially have the most attractive director of national intelligence in the history of the United States of America. That's good, but I'm sure there are other Bennies involved. Joining me now to discuss that is Breanna Morello, host of the wonderful Breanna Morello Show, which you can see right here on the First on the Weekend. Okay, Breanna, besides the fact that she's hot, what should we expect here?
Oh, that's all I had for you. The fact that she's hot, Jesse. I didn't have anything else. No, this woman is absolutely incredible. First off, I got to say, I love the fact that Tulsi Gabbard was one of the thousands of Americans who were added to the terror watch list, the TSA terror watch list. As you guys know, we spoke about it. I broke it actually exclusive to her. I called her team to let her know that she was added to that list. And so now to see her as the D&I director, I got to say, is really, really impressive. We've been looking for all the facts as to how she landed on that list. And I'm sure now we'll finally figure that out. But I'm really excited. She seems to call out all the right people. She knows that FISA was a massive issue. I know, Jesse, between you and I, we hate FISA. And she seems to understand that. She's not rolling back. All the reports do say that she's getting a little cushy with FISA. She's not. She still does not like it at all. She understands that it's been used legally to surveil the American people. So this is the kind of person you'd want in a position like this. So I'm excited, and I hope you are too.
Oh, yeah. No, I all kidding aside, I'm very excited that we have someone who's aware of the corruption, all the evil stuff that goes on inside of our intelligence community, heading up the intelligence community. That brings me to this point, though, Breanna. How concerned are we that they're simply going to silo her? Now, she is a very sharp individual on top of her military service and everything else, but these people live in secrecy. That's frankly their job. Are we worried they're going to keep her, hey, just Tulsi, no, stay over there. We've got this covered over here.
Yeah, it sounds like that she's not. She understands that she needs to push back on the intel community. She's very well aware of that. So I think that she's not going to allow them to push her off to the side. She's going to get the work done. I'm confident in that. And she's ticked off all the right people. And that's usually a clear indicator. When everyone that you and I both don't like hate her, that's a clear indicator to me that she's the perfect person for the role and that she's not going to just be quiet and kind of get backed into a corner. So I'm very confident that she's going to correct all the issues that we talk about all the time.
All right, it seems like RFK Jr. is going to get through tomorrow, which I'm actually surprised, but I can't believe Tulsi got through. I can't believe RFK is getting through, but it looks like they're getting through. What do we expect him to actually do? I realize he's become an internet meme at this point in time, but what's actually going to happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hoping he can make America healthy again. It's outrageous that this country has become so unhealthy, and I think he understands all of that. He used to be the left's hero until they realized he was anti-vax and he was pushing back against big pharmaceutical companies. So I think he's going to continue to do that. I think he's going to get through, and I think he's going to continue to push back against all these companies that have destroyed this country and destroyed our health. So I'm hopeful that RFK is going to do just that. We'll see. Did he talk a big game over the last couple of months? We'll find out. But I also really do hope that he stays true to his word, because we've got a big issue on our hands. These pharmaceutical companies are intentionally making Americans sick so that we become forever patients. And the clearest indicator of that is food. Jesse, I talk about it all the time. I lost 30 pounds from no longer eating processed food to going to a carnivore only diet. And so many Americans I know are doing the same, and they're having great results. It's not for everyone, but it just goes to show that the food we're taking in is probably poison and it's killing us.
So carnivore only. Where do chips fall in there? I really like chips.
Sorry to break the news to you. You do keto, so you understand.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Very strict about the whole thing. Okay, Kash Patel, God only knows when he's going to get in there because Dick Durbin keeps stopping him. Why would Dick Durbin be so concerned about Kash Patel?
Oh, Kash Patel's the major threat. Kash Patel understands where all of the people who need to be purged out of the federal government are. And so they're trying their best to play the long game in all of this. The FBI is afraid of Kash Patel because he's got the experience as a prosecutor, and he also understands what needs to be done to purge these awful communists from the FBI. I mean, Democrats, for example, have done a great job. Here in our Florida offices, our field offices, they've put Trump haters at the very top of these field offices, and then they've infiltrated other parts of the department. So they know that they're on limited time at this point. So getting rid of Kash Patel is what they're hopeful for, but they don't have anything. Kash Patel is going to get confirmed. There's not a single negative thing that you could say about this guy besides the fact that he wrote a book about going after the deep state, and that's all they seem to have. Otherwise, they're just sitting here spewing lies on this man. So I think he's going to get in. It's just a matter of when they finally let him to get in.
Okay, he gets in. Pam Bondi's already in. Do government people go to prison? I realize we have a bunch of resignations and firing and things like that, but that's not enough. That's not near enough to save the country. If we have 4 years of resignations where we haven't saved anything and we're finished, are they going to send people to prison? I'm talking about government people, not January 6 meemaws.
Jesse, I agree with you. You put out a great tweet the other day about all of this. They need to go to prison. Pam Bondi, this is the ultimate test for Pam Bondi. I know a lot of people seem to be very confident in her. I was very lukewarm about her because I know in Florida she did support red flag laws. And when it came to other critical cases, the Zimmerman case, she wasn't very conservative, we'll say. So I was never really confident in her. Now, I don't have much in the negative to say about her, but I wasn't very confident. So we'll see. I mean, the fact that we're just firing people at the FBI who might have leaked about the ICE raids that were happening around the country, might have leaked that. It shouldn't be just firings. These people need to go to prison. I mean, God forbid if one of these ICE agents would have been shot in the process of all of this or attacked because you let these gangs know that they were coming for them. I mean, people could have died from this. This is a very serious issue. So we'll see if she's willing to file charges against these people, but we need them to be dragged off to prison. These are evil human beings. They don't believe in the same things you and I believe in. They're communists. They're nasty human beings, and they belong behind prison bars. Whoever becomes the next president of the United States, let's say it's not a Republican, if it's a Democrat, we're just then going to go back to the old way of doing things. So we need to create fear in any elected official, anyone who works in government, that this will be you if you decide to betray the American people.
Tell me about New York Democrats, Breanna.
They're all criminals. All of them are criminals, Jesse. I've been covering them for years now. As you know, I'm a New Yorker, a recovering New Yorker. And I sat here and watched the corruption unravel. And there was little outrage because they have the media on their side. But there's been plenty of pay-to-play schemes throughout the years. And we all know that they are gunning for President Trump and anyone in his administration. So I'm suggesting that Pam Bondi launch an investigation into these people and start going through their books. It was back in, I believe it was 2018, when New York Democrats took in $1 million donation from the Hospital Association. And then just days later, Andrew Cuomo, I should say, signed off on expanding the funding for Medicaid, which meant that there was an extra $140 million in payouts that were given to anyone who was filing these Medicaid claims. So the hospitals, nursing homes, potentially. So that's a crazy investment, right? You donate $1 million to the New York Democrats, and in return, you get $140 million in additional funding. And that's at the expense of taxpayers. And just there, Kathy Hochul has also been accused of several pay-to-play schemes involving her husband and other people as well. And it also was with Andrew Cuomo when he was a governor as well. I mean, I could count off the top of my hand at least 5 instances in pay-to-play schemes between those two alone. Now, if you want to go after people like Letitia James, let's say Alvin Bragg, they were probably in on a lot of these discussions. And so I would say, let's try to get people to flip. The person who I'd probably gun for first is Andrew Cuomo, because we know he's weak. We know he's angry at Democrats for abandoning him and throwing him under the bus. So let's launch those investigations. It's only a couple of years old, so the statute's not up on those. I mean, the most recent one, I believe, happened in 2019 with Andrew Cuomo. So let's start investigating. Let's go after these criminals.
Yeah, no doubt. Breanna, talk soon. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jesse.
I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.